2,000 euros. In some cities, the mathematical guarantee for nothing more than survival. In some others, foundational capital needed to build a financial fortress that compounds. Today we're auditing 3 vastly different cities. I wanted to change it up a bit. And let's understand whether your geography is an asset or a parasite on the fruit of your labor. Let's get to it. Hello fellow wealth seekers, and welcome back to another installment of your favorite series, Living on 2K. We start from Rotterdam, industrial Dutch city that is an infrastructural miracle, very well served, but unfortunately faced with one of the most brutal housing crises and high energy costs. A 1-bedroom apartment would be up to 1,350 a month, making room sharing a necessity. Utilities and a very high cost health insurance that has to be out of pocket would be 250, and groceries at Albert Heijn or Jumbo can be very expensive, 350. What are you left with? 50 euros a month. One medical emergency, one dinner out, and you're gone. This is extremely dangerous, and it is effectively eating up everything you're doing. Without a heavy expat package, keep out. Let's go down south to Lyon in France, a very good alternative to the hyperinflated Paris. It is quite the economic hub and often overlooked. 850, no more, would be requested for a 1-bedroom apartment. Also, you would be looking at heavily nuclear energy that is relatively cheap, so 150 for utilities. And adding 300 for groceries, which is rather standard, you would have 700. I would say half of that can go to the stock market and half of that for dining out, some budget for travels. France is very hard on the gross to net taxable income, but if your net is 2,000, and that's what we're looking at in this series, you would be having quite a good possibility here. Lastly, we take it to Tirana. The infrastructure is definitely evolving. There's a lot of public spend toward improving the overall landscape and economy, making it very attractive for digital nomads and wealth accumulators. Imagine that you can get a premium 1-bedroom apartment close to city center or at the city center for 550 euros. Utilities are extremely cheap, 90 a month. Groceries also very competitive at 210, fresh Mediterranean. Making your margin 1,150. This is almost 60% of your take-home pay and makes your life extremely sweet. You would be investing, you would be going out a lot, food is great, culture and architecture is also very nice. Obviously the weather, I don't have to tell you that. There are 2 caveats though. One, it is outside of the European Union, which makes it a bit more difficult when it comes to visa topics and obviously moving your capital, but there are a number of loopholes that you can build on if you really want to move there, as they are interested in attracting foreign interest and capital. Number 2, 2,000 net, pretty hard to come by for a basic company worker. You would be most likely looking at 1.4, 1.5, reducing your margin to a more realistic 700 euros a month, and comparable to Lyon. But again, much cheaper in terms of expenses. So definitely worth a second thought. Once again, the math is clear and the audit is as follows. Financial struggle, compromise, good standard of living, and Mediterranean wealth accumulation. You have to understand that the income is as important as how much you spend each month and how much you're able to save. So even if I made it very clear that 2,000 is extremely pessimistic in Holland and extremely optimistic in Albania, you have to see what works for you. You have to dissect the positioning according to the best deal you're able to get as a freelancer or as an employee, and how much the geographical arbitrage leaves you room to breathe and to effectively compound capital. I hope this was helpful. Let me know where we should travel next. Until the next session, European Well Club out.